Welcome inside the Citrus TV studio for a web edition of Cuse Countdown, previewing number 2 Syracuse and number 22 Pittsburgh inside the Carrier Dome on Saturday. Joined by Stephen Konowitz and Kevin Ryans, I'm Evan Weston. And guys, I know this is just one game, but it's 17-0, rolling through this ACC schedule. Is Syracuse going to lose all year?
Looks like they're keeping the steam engine going. I don't really see it stopping anytime soon.
I think they'll lose. They'll probably lose to Duke or maybe Miami.
Kevin, pessimistic as usual, but he may have the right to be pessimistic about this game. Syracuse and Pittsburgh hasn't gone great for the Orange recently. Jamie Dixon for his career, 10-3 against the Cuse, including 6 of the last 8. And look at some of these. 2010 losing at home, 2008 and 2007 at home. Some of these games by double digits. Though, good news for Syracuse in the last 3 games. Syracuse has won 2, including against Pittsburgh in Madison Square Garden in last year's Big East tournament. So, guys, with Pittsburgh at this point in the season, 16-1, they've surprised a lot of people. Are the Panthers the biggest threat to Syracuse in the ACC?
Well, with the weak ACC, it seems this year it really isn't any other competition. It has to be them, and it's not just by default. Pittsburgh has really good defense. They're averaging 63 points allowed per game. Syracuse is scoring 72 points per game. That's a big margin. If Pittsburgh can shut down that Syracuse offense tomorrow and for the rest of the season, yeah, I think they can give them a run for their money.
Kevin, agree?
No, I disagree. I think it's Miami. Miami, the last time they faced Syracuse at the Dome, they held them to 49 points in the game and only 36% shooting. I think that Miami, especially at home, next time they face Syracuse, it's going to be a real big game over there for them. And if you think that if they can, have held Syracuse to those kind of numbers again, you're probably looking at them beating Syracuse.
Well, we'll have to see, though there is Duke twice on the schedule. No love for the Blue Devils from you guys?
I think they'll be good. Right now, they don't really look as solid as everybody thought they would be preseason, but give them time. Maybe Duke will work it out.
We'll see that game on February 1st. Pittsburgh this Saturday, and who's your X factor for this game, Steve?
I'm going to have to go with Lamar Patterson. He's the forward senior from Pittsburgh. He has been doing really well so far this season. 17 points per game, over 4 rebounds per game. It's going to be up to Jeremy Grant and CJ Fair, the forwards for Syracuse, to see if they can lock him up. Maybe they even need Christmas to lock him down as well.
For me, it's going to be the guard play. If Cameron Wright and James Robinson can hold Tyler Ennis, get the ball out of his hands and not really help him control the game. Well, I think that Syracuse, one of the big issue with them is that they don't have him going, and then it's going to be real bad. And Trevor Cooney has to hit his 3-pointers. If he doesn't hit his 3-pointers, it's going to be a tough game for Syracuse.
All right, guys, this is it. Top 25 matchup in the Dome. Syracuse 17-0. Is this the game where the Orange finally loses for the first time this year?
Of course not. I'm going to have to go. It's too much for Syracuse to lose this early in the season. Well, it's not really early, but let's get back to the point. 74-67 Syracuse. I'm going with that one. It just seems that Syracuse is on a roll so much. They're expecting 30,000 plus per game, 30,000 plus attendance to this game. So I really think that with the crowd and everything else that's going on, it's going to be too easy for Syracuse.
Kevin, you sort of wrote Pitt off earlier in the show. Do you agree with Steve? Syracuse wins?
I agree with Steve. I think Syracuse is going to win 76-71. I like that score. I think that Syracuse is going to be able to hit the big-time shots. They are a very poised team. They'll be able to get into Pitt, and I think it'll be a nice win for Syracuse at the Dome, considering the struggles they've had against them.
Most importantly, Kevin predicts taco time tomorrow. Free food for everybody. Of course, you can follow along on Twitter at CitrusTV Sports throughout the game for updates live from the Dome. We're also all over social media and on the web at sportsblog.citrustv.net. For Stephen and Kevin, I'm Evan. So long.